Right guys, okay, so in this lesson then we're going to make something that looks like this. Yeah, so a poster about some creature that we find online. We're going to describe them. We've got some information about them. And it looks like a very beautiful little poster. Yeah. This is another one that I did, Ollie the Octopus. And again, the same kind of characteristics, the same kind of information, and some nice borders as well. And it looks beautiful because we're using the same color and we're using the same font. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So head to Google Docs, blank document, and we need to decide which animal we're going to use. Okay, so you can use anything. I really don't care. Yeah, I used the dragon and I used an octopus. You are just going to make one poster. Okay, I was just playing around here. So some ideas about an otter or a dolphin or a monkey or a penguin or a kangaroo or red panda or a koala bear or a turtle or a little lion cub or whatever. I've had a little search already. I searched for cartoon friendly mischievous penguin and I got some ideas and I'm quite happy with this one actually. Yeah, he looks kind of mischievous. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that image. I'm going to get rid of that. Wait, get rid of that. I'm going to turn on non-printing characters and I'm going to paste in my... Now, okay, so I'm going to select my penguin and I'm going to delete, I'm going to crop all of this, okay? Maybe you don't need to do that, but if your image has a lot of empty space, you might also want to. So I've got this crop image tool here. I'm going to click on that and I'm just going to drag this in nice and tight. And here, and here. Okay, all right, good. So far so good. Now, I want some information about this guy. Okay, so what do I want? I want the name. I want also known as. I want his age, his weight, his breed. Okay, so what type of penguin he is. Personality. Wait, that's not right. Personality. What else? What else was it? Favorite food, special power. Fun fact number 1. And fun fact number 2. What else was it? Greatest fear and hobbies. Okay, and then I'm going to copy all of this and I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. Okay. Make up some fun, interesting details about my penguin, for example, and then all of these details, okay? So make up some fun, interesting details about my penguin, for example, name, aka, blah, 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 blah. Right, now while that's happening, we're going to go back here. Where's this personality? I want personality to be up here on this column. So I'm going to go to Format. Now I'm going to go to Insert, Break. Hang on, that's not right. Insert, Break, Column Break. Why is that? Why can't I do that? All right, let me come back to that. So, Piper the Penguin. Okay, that's a nice name. So I'm going to have that up here. Now I'm going to select everything. So Command A, because I want everything in one font. And that font I'm going to choose is Proxima Nova. You can use any font, but I'm going to use this one because I quite like this one. Yeah. So I'm going to have this as bold, and that's going to change the whole document. Now the title again, I want this much bigger, so I'm going to change that to 40. And what color is this? This is a kind of grey. So look at your picture and decide what's the dominant color in your picture. Maybe it's red, maybe it's a kind of purple. Okay, in this one, it's a kind of this bluey grey. Yeah? So I'm going to select my title. And then I'm going to change that color to a kind of match it. Kind of like that one, I guess. Similar? Sort of. Now, can I remove the background? Because what I really want to do, I really want to get rid of this blue bit. But I'm not sure I can do that. Image options. Recolor adjustments. No. I know that I can do it in Microsoft Word. I'm not sure I can do it here in Google. Okay. All right, anyway. Okay, so Piper the Penguin, my best friend. Good. What's next? Okay, so AKA. Now, also known as the Waddling Wanderer. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. 7 years old and 14 kilos. So here. Oi, that's not right. The Waddling Wanderer. 7 years old. And 14 kilograms. Now this, hold down Command. Hold down Command. And all of these, I want to change to be that kind of blue. Now it's not very noticeable here. On this one, it's much more noticeable. Yeah, this is red and this is black. On this one, it's not so noticeable. Right, now breed. What's the breed? An Adélie penguin. Okay, whatever. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste that there. Okay, now I need to be careful because that is now the same color when actually I want this to be black. So I'm going to change that back to black. Okay. Right. Now this, now I need to make this page into 2 columns because at the moment it's just 1 column. So I'm going to select everything, Command A, Format, columns, and here, 2 columns. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And now, okay, it gets a little bit narrow. We have 1 column here and 1 column here. Now, when I click on personality, I should be able to go to insert, break, and column break. And now it goes to the top here. Right. Now, to make it look kind of professional, I want some details. I want some lines. Yeah? Because these lines are nice. They make it look really professional. I'm really happy with this effect. So I need to add those. So let's have a couple of character returns here. And let's insert a drawing. Let's insert a new drawing. It brings up this. Let's have just a line. Just a straight line. Let's change the color. Again, I'm using the same color throughout. And I'm going to make this a bit thicker. Okay, something like that. Maybe a bit too thick. Maybe, yeah, there we go. What's that? 4 pixels. Okay, save that and close. Okay, that goes up there. And then, okay, there we go. Now this, I want to copy this. And I want to put it there. And I want to put it there. And I want to put it there. And there. And there. And there. Wait. Okay. All right, so far so good. Now all of this. Wait, no, let me select. So I'm holding down. I'm clicking on personality. I'm holding down Shift, and then I'm clicking to Fun Fact. That's going to select everything, and then I can change that color to my color. Which color was it? Was it that one? You know, I like that blue better. So I'm going to change everything to that kind of blue. It's more distinct. I'm going to use that blue instead. Okay, that's a bit better. I like that more. Yeah, and then the other text can just be black. Right. Okay. So personality. Now this actually I want this in capitals, and I'm going to hold down Command and select. I want all of these in capitals. I could just type them again, but I'm a little bit too lazy. So I'm going to go to Format. I'm going to go to Text, Capitalization, and Uppercase. Ta-da! Okay. Then Personality. Okay, I'm just going to take this from ChatGPT, copy that, Command C, and paste that. And I'm going to change that text color to black. Okay, that looks nice. Yeah, so we've got kind of blue here. That's not blue though, is it? I'm going to edit that. Yeah, because I want that. I want that to look a little bit different. There we go, that blue. All right. If you're happy with yours, that's fine. You don't have to do it. Okay, just let me change all of these. You can't see the difference, can you really? But anyway, it's done now. Right. Maybe I want a bit of a space between those. Favorite food: crunchy snow krill sprinkled with ice crystals. Okay. I'm not sure I would enjoy that, but maybe Piper the penguin will. Special power: super slide boost. Okay, and again I'm just going to change that color to black. I'm going to have a space here just to make it look a bit more beautiful. Greatest fear. Copy that. Paste that. Again, just going to change that color to black. And just going to have a space between them. Hobbies. Okay, I am going to have these with bullet points. So I'm going to paste that there. Now you'll see, yeah, we've got two different kind of carriage returns. When we press enter, most of the time we get this. It's called a pilcrow. But when we copy paste, sometimes we get this. And this, it's difficult to explain. They cause problems sometimes. For example, yeah, there. Okay, so what we really want, we want 4 different bullet points. But because these aren't true pilcrows, there we go. Now we get what we want. Okay, so that looks better. Yeah. So we need to replace those arrows with these pilcrows. And we do that just by, let me do that again. Yeah, so I need to replace this. I'm going to delete it, press enter, delete it, press enter, delete it, press enter. Almost done. Fun fact, number 1, Piper once slid so far that they accidentally joined a SEALs yoga class. Hilarious. All right, paste that in, change that color to black, change these to black as well. Okay, looks really nice, really professional. And fun fact number 2, here, let's have a line break there. Okay, and that is black. Yeah, I think. Let me just change it anyway. Yes, it is. Okay, we're almost done. Now you'll notice here we've got these kind of designs in the corners. So let's go ahead and do that. You will find in class share. It's not there. Where is it? Where is it? You will find a file that says something like this, lesson something. I'm not sure what lesson number this is going to be. Okay, so I'm working, it's not lesson 14, it will be lesson 6, I think. Yeah? It will say lesson 6 border.png, and you will find it in class share. Anyway, we're going to take that and we're going to drag that onto the sheet. Now, Command C, Command X. Okay, I want that on the clipboard. Then up here in the header, Command V. Then this, image options, in line with text. And I want this right aligned. Now, what do I need to do here? There's something I need to do and I can't quite remember what it is. Text wrapping. Wrap text, Yes, here. So wrap text, and then these need to be down to 0. Okay, and then we can just drag that up to there. At least we should be able to drag that up to there. There we go. Nice and beautiful in the corner. Now, I'm going to change that. I'm going to recolor it. I'm going to recolor it to this kind of, to my color, yeah, to the color of the document. So I'm looking for a kind of dark blue. I guess that's the closest I can find, yeah? Dark, kind of dark blue, maybe that one. Meh. Maybe that one. That's closer, yeah? Okay, and we're doing this in the header. Okay, so, and that looks quite nice. And then down here in the footer, again, Command V. We can click on it. Now I need to rotate it. Need to rotate it 180 degrees. There we go. And again, text wrapping, wrap text. Need to drop all of this down to 0. Okay, and then I should be able to drag it nice and beautifully into exactly the corner. Right, okay, so this has gone over onto 2 pages. We'll fix that in a minute. Just let me recolor this. What was it? Was that blue? Yes. Right. Okay, so, yes, I see. That's a bit awkward. Because it's all right, okay, I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to make that smaller. Yeah, make that smaller. And maybe that one I'll leave at that size. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let me zoom out a little bit more. All right, really happy with that. Really happy with that. That looks really nice. Yeah, we've got this here. We've got a nice picture. Because we've got some white space down here, I know that I can make this picture a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Personality, favourite food, special power, greatest fear, hobbies, fun fact. There we go, very nice, yeah. This one, I guess, So I can make that a bit bigger. There we go. Yeah, really happy with that. And you know the drill now. Now we can just download it. Download it as a PDF document, and we can add that to our portfolio. Yes, one more thing. Let's give it a name. As soon as you click up here, it should give you the document name of the person, okay, of your friend. Right, guys, okay, have fun with that, and I'll see you in the next lesson.